America's Newsroom.
And I'm John Scott, in for Bill Hemmer. Alabama and Florida declaring a state of emergency ahead of the hurricane's arrival, with major storm preparations underway. Hurricane Michael expected to strengthen significantly before barreling into the Panhandle. Some parts of Florida already seeing heavy rain and strong winds. The governor warning of the storm's destructive potential and urging people to be prepared.
Hurricane Michael is forecast to be the most destructive storm to hit the Florida Panhandle in decades. This storm will be life-threatening and extremely dangerous. Every family must be prepared. Every family. Remember, we can rebuild your house, but we cannot rebuild your life. Take this seriously and keep your family safe.
Senior meteorologist Janice Dean's live in the Fox Extreme Weather Center for us this morning. Janice, is there anything to disrupt this storm before it makes landfall?
No, unfortunately, and I am concerned that this storm is strengthening very rapidly. We've seen rapid intensification over the last couple of days, and you can see that eye now beginning to form, and the storm is looking like a perfect circle, and you can see that buzzsaw effect. So a strengthening storm. There's nothing in the upper levels of the atmosphere to tear this storm apart, to weaken it, and the water temperatures are 85 degrees ahead of this storm. It's going to crash into the Florida Panhandle. The strength is going to be a major hurricane, possibly borderline Category 4, and that's why the warnings are dire right now. Storm surge, the worst of the storm surge is going to be on the right-hand side. So the Big Bend of Florida need to be prepared for a strengthening hurricane, and the worst of the storm surge to be on that right-hand side, the northeast quadrant. Not only that, the heaviest rainfall, the strongest core of winds, and we're going to see the threat for tornadoes as well. So this is going to make landfall tomorrow. The exact timing on this still yet to be determined. It is being steered by an area of high pressure. A cold front is going to move in towards the east and pick this thing up, and that's why the timing is still off, but it's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen within the next 24 to 36 hours. So there is Wednesday around 1 p.m. we think around the Apalachicola area, but not just paying attention to the center of this cone, because we're going to feel the effects well inland. We have hurricane watches in effect for parts of Georgia as well as Alabama. So they're going to feel the effects of this storm. So we do expect a landfall possibly tomorrow afternoon, and then it will quickly move to the north and east. But also want to point out, still remaining pretty intact, we have a tropical storm that's going to be impacting areas that were hard hit by Florence. So not only a Florida problem, it's going to be a Georgia and a Carolina hit as well. There is the GFS and the Euro model in very well agreement. They're on top of each other. And so we know a landfall is going to happen tomorrow. Major hurricane possibly strengthening as it makes landfall, which is even more dangerous. And then, of course, it's going to move north and eastward. If there's any good news, it's going to be a quick mover. It's not going to stall. It's going to be picked up by a cold front. But a major hurricane hitting this area of the Florida Panhandle is going to be potentially catastrophic. And here's the rainfall totals, anywhere from 4 to 8 inches. Some areas could get a foot of rainfall. And the storm surge, that's what kills most people, unfortunately, with these landfalling tropical systems, of 12 feet. Catastrophic, life-threatening, incredibly dangerous. Sandra.
Heed the warnings. Take this storm seriously. Got it. Janice Dean, thank you for the update.
Of course.
All right, now to